Welcome to the film room. This week we're going to be breaking down my free RPO offense out of the Jags playbook here. And it was my last video, so you can go ahead and check that out. The link will be in the description as well. You can go on ahead and just check that out. It breaks down all the plays, gives you the setups, all that good stuff. Where you're trying to attack, breaks, kind of goes through, explains the scheme to you. So this is going to be in-game footage here, and we're just going to be showing you basically how I use it in-game. I'm certainly not a professional by any means, but it's my scheme, so I kind of have to do a video on it. So first one here is, let's back this up just a little bit. You can already see all the room here underneath. We're coming out in single back ace, and these receivers, Andre Reed, Robert Woods, ton of space, and has three linebackers on the field here. We're trying to attack right here, and just watch these linebackers here as well. Watch all these linebackers just kind of shift with the run game here, and you can just kind of see, play it out. Watch all these linebackers just kind of shift with the run game, open up underneath the Andre Reed. Pretty easy completion underneath. Coupling with all these other plays that we're going to be going into, just really easy completion right there. Second set here, similar on defense from the opponent here. He's actually shifting his line down here. He's actually pinching them in here. So same set though, ton of space here, ton of space here. We did run the slant on him last time. You saw the linebackers kind of shift with the run game here. We're actually going to audible down to the smoke here. We're going to audible down to Robert Woods over here, and just throw the smoke route underneath. Again, just too much space. You can see Robert Woods there. Audible down to it. Still have a good run game outside. He tries to split his linebackers. Again, way too much space underneath, and I mean, you're only going to pick up a few. This is house rules, 1st and 15. But you see we picked up 7 yards on that play. We're going to run it again. We picked up 7 yards though, so you figure, I mean, second and 3 looks pretty good on your offense here, staying ahead of the chains. And then once we get into these shifts, later on down the scheme, is going to be able to hit some home runs and stuff, so good stuff. This one here, we're opening up with a shift. We were in single back ace. We're shifting into our gun slot weak here. You can see Robert Woods running across the field. We are, as you can see from here, we're running the RPO out of this here, and you can just see that over here, what it is I'm looking at once we're shifting from ace. I'm looking at this space here. There's really no one here. I'm assuming this guy's coming down to blitz. This linebacker really can't get over to this section of the field. Same with this DB. He's kind of locked on my receiver out there. So I'm really trying to attack right in front of this safety, right behind the head of this linebacker. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. When we shift into it, you can see his user just can't play it. The safety right here just can't get down. I mean, just obviously that's a ton of space. He's not going to play it. He's not going to play it. This guy does come down right over the head. Perfect throw. Pretty easy throw as well. And again, we're going to pick up like 10 yards. Pretty good way to start the drive, 3rd and 6 now. Easy shifts, easy completions. You don't have to be a genius to run this either. I mean, I'm not a professional by any means, like I said, but easy completions lead to scores. So we have a little goal line action. Trying to set up this RPO to Robert Woods over here. You can see 3 over 2, 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys right here over just our 2 receivers. But we also do have the run to the left with Devin Singletary. So we're trying to set this up to Robert Woods, but we're kind of watching what this guy does, and if he comes in, easy route, right? Okay, so you have the plan there. Let's show this. Let's run this. Let's mute up again because we can't do that. We can't remember to mute up before. You can see here. Watch this linebacker. Well, he's not a linebacker. He's a DB type. He does take a few steps in, so I probably could have thrown this bubble out here to Robert Woods. But I see the safety kind of take that guy. So I decided not to. I decided to hand the ball off, take the safe route. And, I mean, you can see that's going to work out pretty nicely here because he really doesn't have anybody in the middle of the field. This guy shoots the gap. This guy shoots the gap, just misses, not very good, and makes for an easy run in there for Devin Singletary. And this is, you have to keep in mind, I mean, I didn't really run the ball the whole drive down the field, and now I decided to run the RPO down the middle of the field, or down at the end of the field here, and it just makes for an easy run. He's probably not expecting it. He gets stuck on Sam Adams. I'm not sure what he's doing there. He definitely gets stuck. You can see him clicking from guy to guy. So he gets stuck on Sam Adams, can't make a user play, and just causes for confusion and get in there for 6. This one we're going to be looking at press coverage here. You can see the corners coming down. So we're scrolling through our plays. Actually, see, we're going to shift to single back ace because we're thinking maybe man coverage here, and if it's zone, we're going to burn them here. We get into this look here, and obviously here, Robert Woods over the top, whole middle of the field is open. We do have Tremaine Edmonds coming on the underneath, but I mean, obviously, Robert Woods, go to the house, like that's what you want, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. His user play here. Look where his user's coming from, guys. Over here with Snead, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't know how you're going to make that play there, but about a million guys in the middle of the field. Not good defense at all in the slightest. And, I mean, we just pass lead it to the left. A little bit of swerve, and Robert Woods is going to get in there. And all that's created here by a simple shift. So, like, he's in his defense here. He's in, like, a too-high look. And, I mean, we just shift. He shifts down. Looks like he might be bringing, like, a blitz off this right edge. All three of these guys, you saw the safety come down. Like, watch the safety here. Shift all the way from the right side of the left side of the field all the way to the right side of the field. Opens up for Robert Woods just absolutely beautifully. And we just connect on a strike. And that's what these shifts can do for you guys. So, pretty good setup there. Next clip here. We're thinking man coverage here. And that's exactly what we get. Just back it up just a little bit. I mean, it kind of looks like man coverage here. Just the way he's set up in his linebacker look. He does a good job actually taking away our guy underneath here. We're trying to put him underneath. Every route is covered. He's going to be running something like this. We got an out route over here. Running back underneath. He does a great job taking away all of the routes except one here. And you can, his user, Tremaine Edmonds, just on man coverage. And he's just going to be faster. That is Troy Polamalu, I do believe. And we're cycling through our plays in the beginning here. We don't quite show that part. But we cycle through our plays. We call Miami is the play name. And yeah, it's very tough because single back ace you have to remember as well. As we get to our set at the line of scrimmage here. Let's pause here. You have to remember, this guy can run the in, and then this guy can run the under. Or like this here that we just ran here, it can run like that. It can run either way because it's single back ace. You get your shifts, you get the flippability, I guess, of the single back ace, and it just creates for easy plays. You catch him in man coverage one-on-one. Good block down the field by the receiver, and that's just a house call for Tremaine Edmonds. This is what it looks like here whenever the in route to the tight end goes bad. I'm going to throw it late here. You're going to see underneath, this opens up beautifully for me underneath. I mean, just look at A, just wide open. I mean, I'd be able to take that. That'd be almost a house call right there. But you see, I try to wait on it. I'm trying to throw this ball to Tremaine Edmonds, and I mean, what am I looking at here? I mean, I'm looking at about a million guys. That guy's right there. I throw it right to him, throw it late. You can see I try to pass lead the ball to, not even really, I'm just passing the ball up. Terrible throw. And that's what you have to watch here. You have to be in your practice, you have to be in your stuff. Ready to be able to play the quick game. That's what this is too. You have to be able to play the quick game along with these big hitters down the field, the deep in routes and stuff. But I mean, you can just see. I mean, you got to be able to throw that ball quick and just get upfield. That's a huge play just waiting to happen. But yeah, I get greedy. I hold on to the ball and it ends up in a pick for us. So that's the inverse operation of a touchdown play. Single back ace look again here. We're going to switch it up. I have tight end apprentice on Dave Casper over here to the right. You can kind of see the play call. And what we're going to set up here is the over with Dave Casper and then Tremaine Edmonds as a clear out. And I really like doing this whenever you have tight end apprentice or eventually Hot Route Master is coming into the game. They drop the Elway. Josh Allen's coming into the game as well. You can just see here the setup of the play art. Clear out with Tremaine Edmonds to set up Dave Casper underneath. And I just wanted to include this clip here because, I mean, you can just see his user over here. You can kind of watch his user as well. He doesn't know what's going on. Dave Casper just opens up underneath. Huge window to throw the ball into just because you're using these unorthodox routes, these unorthodox route combinations to just clear out middle of the field, very easy completion. And I mean, you can imagine if you have Hot Route Master on your quarterback, being able to do this to either side of the field, that would be very confusing for your opponent. To defend here. So Dave Casper on a deep over route. Very nice play. This one will be focused on cycling through our plays. You can see we're setting up man coverage here. You're seeing his shifts on defense. I'm pausing this here. But you can see his shifts on defense. The only guy back here is this safety. And you can just see man coverage here, man coverage here. That's what I'm thinking. Man, everybody else blitzing. That's my thought process going into this play here. And now that he's bringing this safety down into the box here, I mean, I'm really thinking cover 0 here. So I'm thinking, okay, I have to have a cover 0 beater, or I have to be able to be blocked up. You can see me cycling through the plays. We're going to go back to the well here with Tremaine Edmonds. And I mean, it's just a great man beater. His guy here, that's very unfortunate, just dumbs out. I mean, just leaves him wide open. And you can just kind of see, I don't know if it's just Tremaine shaking him. That guy goes just feet get flat there, and Tremaine Edmonds can get into the end zone. But that's the idea of being able to cycle through these plays as well. I mean, you see we get through every single play we pretty much have. We're checking out the other sets as well, maybe the RPO, something like that. I like doing this as well because it shows you the play art and you kind of envision where you're throwing the ball, what you're trying to do. And yeah, cycling through the plays helps a ton in this game because you are running 2 different formations at one time on the field. You have all your audibles available to you. So, pretty dangerous whenever you're doing this stuff. You have 8 plays that you can get to that you can run very well, and that's going to leave Tremaine Edmonds here. Let's get to it. Just Tremaine Edmonds, just one-on-one, and that's not going to be a good look for the defense. User tries to take away something and opens up something else. Another clip here, we're going to be getting into a shift. You can see him pressing up, and I really like to do these shifts whenever they press because it gets this receiver over here, in this case Robert Woods, that would be in press, brings him all the way over to this side of the formation, and then who knows what happens here with this defender. Maybe he's already slated to blitz, maybe he's already in a flat zone, maybe he's in a purple and a hook, so who knows if he's getting pressed over here. So I love to do that whenever that outside receiver does get pressed. And here we're actually going to be cycling through the plays, and we're going to get to a similar look as what we had before whenever we hit Robert Woods on that just over for the streak for a touchdown. Here we're going to be blocking it up. We have a 7-man protection off to the right with Dave Casper, over here with Motor Singletary, and we're going to be using these guys as either clear outs, or if they get over the top, great. The opponent does a good job of either manning this guy up manually, or maybe he's already, not sure how he's doing that, maybe a man aligned, whatever. But he does a good job defending this Robert Woods route, and we do have just Tremaine Edmonds as our, just underneath as a check down basically. And we're going to run this play, and that's exactly what's going to happen. His user defends the seam very well, doubles it up, and that opens up Tremaine Edmonds underneath with really nobody there. Good job getting blocked up. Love to see that. And yeah, that's just too easy, right? The outside guy now went from guarding Robert Woods over here. This outside guy was guarding Robert Woods in the beginning of the play. Now he's guarding Tremaine Edmonds. He has outside leverage on a drag route. Not that Tremaine Edmonds is the fastest guy in the field, but I think he has 88 speed on my theme team, so fast enough to get away from the corner, and picks up a nice chunk of yards, 7-8 yards on first down. That's a good recipe for success for your offense. Last play here, we're going to be trying to hit an out route to Tremaine Edmonds. We're going to be trying to hit Z post Y out, and it's this route over here to Tremaine Edmonds. The opponent is going to do a great job of just turning this into a double team on Tremaine Edmonds. I'm trying to be greedy, trying to hit that touchdown. This play is really meant to kind of go like onto this right. You kind of pick a side of the field and you go underneath to the over top route, underneath to the over top route, whatever it is. That was terrible right there. That was a terrible mouse click. But that's kind of the goal with the play. And that is not what we do here. We get on Tremaine Edmonds. We'll kind of run it here. And you can see this just turns into a double team. The guy underneath comes here, and it's just one. There's one guy. That's not good. But there's one guy. There's 2 guys, and that's not what you want. And this is kind of some crazy coverage. Like, look who actually comes and covers Tremaine here. It's this corner right over here, and this safety are the 2 guys that actually cover Edmonds, which is pretty weird. And he didn't actually bracket him, but the way that this guy comes in and like ends up on like a trail technique, puts a guy over here, puts a guy over here, and then it's like kind of like bracket coverage that you would see on Sundays. And I'm not sure what I'm looking at. And actually, if you look on the other side of the field, he does a really good job with the user as well to kind of put bracket coverage here, user over here, good stuff. If I hold on to that ball, B is going to be coming wide open in the middle of the field, but I don't do that. I get greedy with Tremaine Edmonds. I mean, maybe B doesn't actually get open, but you can kind of see he at least has a better shot at becoming open over here than Tremaine does with bracket coverage on him. So that's kind of the good plays and the bad plays from this scheme here. Not all of them are going to be good plays. Sometimes you throw the ball late. You need to practice the scheme, be on time. That is a main thing with this, being on time, being able to hit the RPOs at timely routes whenever you have openings. Yeah, pretty good scheme though overall. That is the end of the video there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, all the good stuff. You know how the YouTube videos work. Trying to pound these videos out here. The game has a lot of issues going on. Just everywhere you look with Mutt, pretty much everything there's an issue. Everything they put out, patches, not patches, whatever they do, it's going wrong. So we're trying to grind out these videos. Not always the easiest thing, not always the easiest game to play in general. You guys know how that works, man. You're watching these videos, but I appreciate you clicking on the video. I appreciate you going the extra mile here with your own scheme here, watching these breakdowns, watching these schemes, and all that good stuff. So if you enjoyed, I hope to catch you in the next one. Later.